One of our favorite sources for material these days is that Craigslist. Many of you scour Craigslist and send us relevant postings, which I enjoy very much. Here's one from a listener named Greg. Greg writes in and says, Tom, you've got their number. They admit they act like dogs. They should be treated like dogs. Thanks, Greg. The header on this particular posting on Craigslist, it has the S word, so I'll have to edit, but here's what the header says. Why do women like men who treat them like crap? And the anonymous posting goes like this. Because every guy that treats me right, I get bored of. There's good grammar. But now that I've dated and ended a relationship with a guy who is emotionally unavailable and offered me nothing but great sex, I can't stop thinking about him. I don't think women even know why we do it because I'd like to stop. I'm a woman and I'd like to know. That's the posting. Can you believe that? I want to read it one more time for emphasis here. Question, why do women like men who treat them like crap? Which was a question posed by one of the other users for women to answer. And this particular response, sent in by Greg, the listener, says, because every guy that treats me right, I get bored of. But now that I've dated and ended a relationship with a guy who was emotionally unavailable and offered me nothing but great sex, I can't stop thinking about it. I don't think women even know why we do it because I'd like to stop. Now, you see, this is what I've been telling the men to do, much to the chagrin of female listeners out there. I simply say treat women like crap. Treat them like crap. They love it. They're crazy for it. Don't pay attention to the fact that they complain that their ex-boyfriend was a jerk and their ex-husband was a jerk. And their last 17 ex-boyfriends were jerks. All men are jerks. Don't let that deter you. Because the fact is, she keeps dating jerks. She says one thing and does another. Ever hear these radio stations on the air? Here's an example. I'll give you a little inside radio analogy here. You heard all these radio stations have names like Mix or Variety? Well, they use the word variety in their advertising. They say that they've got better variety. Why do radio stations say they play a better variety of music? I'm going to tell you why. Because they do market research, and they ask people what's wrong with radio stations. In general, what is it you don't like about music radio stations? And people will say that there's no variety. In other words, that the same songs keep getting played over and over. But what happens when they have a radio station that has bigger variety for real? It gets lower ratings than stations that play the most popular songs over and over and over. So that leads to radio stations that say they play a bigger variety, and then they don't. We like to believe we'd like a bigger variety, but if we ever hear a song we don't like, we're turning it off. So, no matter what we say, we'd rather hear the same songs we like played to death. Oh, we say we don't like that, but look at the stations that people listen to. And what's the number one music station where you are? Think about it. They're playing those same songs over and over and over, and everybody complains. Everybody hates it. It's like that line in the old Woody Allen movie. 2 women at a buffet. And one woman says, such lousy food. The second woman says, yes, and such small portions. We like lousy food in big portions. That's what we like. We like radio stations that say they play a bigger variety and actually play a smaller variety. And women love to complain about being treated like crap. Then they keep dating guys who treat them like crap. It's human nature. I'll bet there's plenty of women out there right now who are with a complete jerk, a complete a-hole. They probably wish they could leave him. Or they've been with a string of them, like this woman. She'd like to stop, but she can't. Over and over, picking one a-hole after another. Constantly complaining that your boyfriend or your husband is an a-hole. Constantly being with a-holes. To the point where you've convinced yourself everybody's an a-hole, but everybody isn't an a-hole. It's the people you pick who are a-holes. That's what you're drawn to. There's plenty of nice guys out there. They call radio programs all the time. They say, I'm a nice guy. Why don't women like me? And I answer, it's because you're a nice guy. I'll bet there's women listening to me right now. The boyfriend is a jerk. He's been emotionally abusive. He's been something we always tell you not to do. He's been physically abusive. He yells, he screams, he throws things, he scares you. He's controlling. He's jealous all the time. He's demanding. And isn't it amazing how you keep dating the same guys, one after another after another? Maybe it's not the guys. Maybe it's not. So I'm wondering, ladies, are you with a guy currently who's a complete jerk? A complete a-hole? Has everybody you've dated lately been an a-hole? Are you married to an a-hole? Isn't it true, ladies, that even though you say you hate being treated like crap, you like being treated like crap? Isn't it true that the radio station that says it plays the biggest variety actually plays the smallest variety? You know it is. Allie, on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm going to have to agree with you. There are a lot of women who do date the guys that treat them like crap. I think that they do it because they want to be the one woman in this man's life that he treats nicely, and it's a feeling of accomplishment.
Mm-hmm.
I spent a lot of years dating men that treated me really badly, and I finally met a guy that opened the door for me, treated me great.
How old were you by the time you found a guy like that?
I was 32, and he was 38.
So you were already past your sell-by date by that time.
Well, that's true. It was a second marriage.
So in other words, what you are proving here, Allie, inadvertently, is that the men who listen to the show and I say treat women like crap, it works.
It does work to a certain extent I believe until women get older, and then they just decide that's not.
But guys want young chicks anyway.
Well, not mine. He wanted one that was in his 30s and a grown-up.
No, I understand that, but he's the exception to the rule, right?
No.
You say all men want 36-year-olds?
I wouldn't say all men, but the men that I'm around.
Yeah, how many is that?
Well, I'm an educator, so it's quite a few.
Yeah, 100?
Oh, yeah.
This is a country of 150 million men, and you know 100 men who are like that. Well, let me tell you, the vast majority are not like that.
Oh, I agree. I agree with that. But my second point is that I think that it goes both ways. I think that men enjoy women who treat them badly also. And I think it's a challenge issue for the men.
See, the thing is, I think men are not discriminating. I think men like anything with a vagina.
No.
Oh,
I think when it comes to being someone that they want to have...
Keep in mind, it's generally a mathematical proportion. The nicer a woman is, the homelier she is.
Oh, well...
The stereotype of the jolly fat person is not just a stereotype there.
Well, in my case, I'm not homely at all, but I just think that men like women who treat them like crap too. I think it goes both ways. I really do.
So were you treating all these men like crap that you were dating?
I treated some of them. I did. Yeah.
Really?
I did. Yeah.
So they treated you like crap, and you treated them like crap.
Well, yeah, I did because. I was just basically tired of it, and I thought, well, let's see what happens. And the worse I treated guys, the more guys wanted to go out with me. And then treat you like crap. No, not as I got older. I'm talking about all those years up till 32 years old. That's a lot of years. I just noticed as men get older, and when I say older, I mean in their 30s and 40s, because I've never dated a man in his 50s. But they want women who are going to be good to them and good to their children. So I don't think that happens. Well, I can't speak for men with children. I'm not one of them. Oh, I'm sorry. No, I don't. Don't be sorry. I'm happy. Well, I understand that. I am happy. Well, good. I'm good, but I think eventually men want women who will be good mothers and good people to them. And I think eventually men tend to mellow out. And to make but you understand, our audience, just so you understand who I'm talking to, is men between 18 and 40. Okay. That's our audience. So most of our men are young men who want to get laid. Okay. They're not looking for mothers for their children or people to be nice to. They're looking for somebody who'll spread their legs. Okay, I just think maybe things are changing. No, they're changing because you're 36 years old, so you're meeting different kinds of guys. But they're generally out of our demographic, the guys you're meeting. Well, I'm also in the military community, so I am exposed to the kids who are in their 20s, and that is definitely the case. But I've just noticed as they get older, they tend to look for things a little bit differently. Right. Well, they listen to a different radio station. Okay. All right, well, thank you. They listen to Roger Hedgecock. I don't know who that is. I'm sorry. Well, neither do most people. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Esther on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello. Hey, Tom. Hey. I just wanted to say that I kind of got the raw deal of the situation. Yeah. I have an emotionally attached man that I married, and I hate it. Absolutely. So you're saying he's, needy? Not needy, because I am a stay-at-home mom. Overly romantic? Just too emotionally there. He's always wanting to know how I feel. Wants to make sure that I am constantly happy. And I have... And you'd like him to pin you down and F you hard. Yeah. Yeah. But I have cheated on him many, many times, and he knows about it. Wait a minute. How long have you been married? 3 years. And you're how old? I'm 22. Oh. Strike one. No, I know. Why'd you do that? Why did I marry him? Yeah. It was circumstantial. You mean he knocked you up? Exactly. But see, so you had to get married? Well, we didn't have to. Why'd you do it? We were both in the service at the time. Oh, boy. I knew the military was coming to this somehow. Yeah. But I left him twice. And he just keeps coming back, and I'm a sucker, and I just keep coming back to him. Because he makes it so easy. I know. But he's an emotionally attached, and I absolutely hate it. Really? And I treat him like crap, and he evidently likes it. Unbelievable. I know. So how long do you think you'll be married to him, Esther? It's hard to say. No, but it won't be forever. You know that, right? Oh, definitely. I mean, they always say you got to get the first one out of the way sometime. So what are you waiting for? I don't know. I don't know. I really don't. So you could just get out of there tonight. I have nowhere to go. I'm in California. It's a big state, dear. Nobody here. You don't know anybody here? No, I don't. How long have you been here? Over 3 years. Over 3 years. But see, I got out of the Navy, and all my friends that I knew, they've all left. I see. But I'm leaving in 6 months. I'm going to my home state. So. Which is what? I'm leaving in 6 months.
What's your home state?
Illinois.
Illinois. You're going back to Illinois.
Yeah.
With the 2 kids.
With 2 kids.
And is your husband going to chase you back there?
Oh, yeah. That's where he's going, too.
Oh, boy. Well, sounds wonderful. Thank you for that. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. It's Nicole on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
How are you?
Do you care?
Do I care?
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't really.
Yeah.
But I just want to know why you act so gay, dude. Everything is about men, men, men. Don't you think that there's big fat slobs and that's why women don't want to have sex with them? There's as many big fat.
Really? And so of course you're not married, are you?
Yeah, I'm married.
Why'd you get married if men are just a bunch of big fat slobs?
No, I'm saying there's just as many. I know your show, you do your show like this because predominantly there's just men listening to you.
Yes, our show, by the way, dear, rather than acting like an idiot, let me speak to you like an adult for a moment, okay? This show is aimed at men. It's about men, and it's for men. Women are welcome to tune in and eavesdrop on it. But it is created for men, just like the Oprah Winfrey Show is created for women, just like everything on TV all day long is created for women. This show is created for men. That doesn't make it gay any more than Oprah's audience is a bunch of lesbians.
Are you Dr. Phil?
No, I'm not. Dr. Phil is a complete... Dr. Phil is a pussy.
That's how you stand about guys.
Give me an example. I'm listening. Give me an example. I'm listening. Give me an example. I'm listening. By the way, you lied, as the guy did yesterday on the show. You lied to the screener to get on the air. But by the way, dear, you didn't have to lie. You did not have to lie to get on the air. You would have gotten on anyway. Anytime I can get an illiterate old bag like yourself on the air, I'm happy to slice you and dice you. You don't have to lie. If you just want to be see you next Tuesday when you get on the air, all you have to do is say that's what you are. She hung up, by the way. 1-800-5800-TOM. It's Brendan on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Tom. How's it going?
Okay, Brendan.
Hey, down here in San Diego, just want to say we love you.
Thank you.
And you're absolutely right. Everything you say is correct. Nice guys finish last.
That's right.
I'm telling you, I was talking to my girl, and she leans in and she tells me that my best quality is that I'm...
It is.
That's like that.
Trust me when I tell you, because I'm proud to be an a-hole myself.
Oh, I said an a-hole, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I am.
But anyway,
I'm an a-hole. Are you an a-hole?
Well, I'm not an a-hole to, everybody, but, I don't treat her like a princess.
Good. Excellent. Set the bar really low.
Exactly.
Then leave it there.
I love you. Take me out Kobe style.
Here you go, Brenda. Chris on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, what's going on, Tom?
Not much, Chris.
Not much. I know the reason why women are so addicted to men who treat them like crap.
Why?
Because they are problem-oriented, and the way that they are, that's just the way they function.
Yeah, well, I do agree with you. I think that women, as I always say, women like to buy fixer-uppers.
Yeah.
Women love drug addicts, alcoholics, people with anger management problems, because they're going to be the ones with the magic vagina. They're going to be the ones to fix them.
They're going to be the ones that make them change.
Right. The magic healing vagina is going to fix that.
Exactly, and that's also the way that they gain respect from other women, and the way that they get rank in their social stature.
Right.
Guys get it by getting more money, getting a better car, playing a sport better, or doing something like that. Women, the more problems they have, the higher they are.
I think you're right about that. 1-800-5800-TOM. Alicia on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hi, Tom.
Hi.
First of all, me and my husband love you.
Thank you.
Second of all, I don't understand why all these women are calling complaining. Here's the thing. I'm 27. My husband is 24. We have a beautiful relationship. The key to that is don't ever get too comfortable. And that's women's problem. They fall in love and they get comfortable. Don't lose your weight, keep in shape, and don't lose your sex drive.
Right.
Me and my husband have been happily married. We have 3 children, and I still need to get it at least 2 to 3 times a day whenever possible.
Really?
I would never cheat on my husband. I love it, but I love it from him. And he's a good guy, but closed doors, behind closed doors, he's a bad boy I want him to be. You got to learn how to play the role.
Really?
You can't be the same old boring person all the time.
Does he crack your ass?
Wherever he wants it.
Really?
That's why I'm his wife. Because you know what? If I don't become his little slut or whatever else it is, he'll find somebody that will.
That's right.
Point blank. I mean, all these women are getting so upset and calling because you're such a bad influence on men. You know what? If a man is man enough to listen to what you say and does what you tell him, and so is their boyfriend, then you need to turn around and look at your boyfriend, not look at you. If my husband does something you said on the radio, whose fault is that? It's my husband's.
That's right.
Give me a break. You're an entertainer. Some women get this thing taken way too serious.
I know. They get so angry at me.
I listened to your show, and yesterday I was cracking up laughing. Calling, screaming, crying. Give me a break. You're an entertainer. You're doing what you're supposed to do. If you don't know how to check your man and keep him in check where that all that he wants is yours, then you have issues with yourself.
You are right about that. An email from a listener who reads Craigslist sent us a posting from Craigslist called Why Do Women Like Men Who Treat Them Like Crap? And it has a response from a woman telling why she likes that. Renee on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
I didn't say I like men that are fixer-uppers, but, Tom, you said all women like fixer-uppers.
I didn't say all women, dear. You added the word all.
Okay, women like fixer-uppers.
Generally, they do.
Well, are there any other kind of men that don't have some problem wrong with them?
Obviously, you are the type of woman who goes after fixer-uppers because all men are not like that.
Well, what kind are you? You're not a fixer-upper. You've been married and divorced 4 times.
I don't need your help. I fixed my own life by getting divorced.
Well, I've never been married.
Good for you. I won't do it again.
I don't want a fixer-upper.
I won't do it again. I'll tell you what, I won't do it again.
Yeah, I don't think I want to do it, period. I used to want to, but there's just too many problems out there.
So you don't date anybody, I take it?
Oh, yes, I do.
You do? Well, how do you stand it if they are all fixer-uppers?
I don't date them for very long.
I see. You just ride them like a pony and split.
Well, sorta.
Sorta?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't split right away, but, you know, it's sooner or later because they have problems. And I don't necessarily need to be tweeted.
You ever think maybe you're the one with the problems?
Yeah.
I think you are. Shannon on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hi, Tom.
Hi.
I just wanted to say thank you. My current ex-boyfriend loves your show, and he would listen to it with me in the car, and I actually would cringe when I would hear what you said, until I had an actual moment of enlightenment yesterday, that the reason why I didn't like what you had said is because you were talking about women like me, and the truth hurt. So I just wanted to thank you, because I've now just recently dumped him yesterday.
Good for
you. I told him that I don't want a lying, cheating, do nothing for me kind of guy anymore.
That you did. Yeah, you know what? Once you did that, that was the moment you deserved better, not a moment before.
Yep. I think that I am cured.
That was all it took.
I just wanted to say thank you, and I hope he's listening, and that's it.
And you're not angry at me anymore.
No, I'm not. As a matter of fact, I will be a faithful listener.
Good for you. Thank you, Shannon.
Thank you. Bye.
Appreciate the call. Here's Tracy on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hi.
I just wanted to say I love your show. My coworker introduced me to your show. And, yeah, I agree with the last caller. You say a lot of things that have to do with women in general, and me personally. I do a lot of those things.
Yes, I bet you do.
Yeah, I do. And I think your show not only helps men, but it helps women, too, because I have started to use some of your
techniques.
Your techniques.
Really? Which ones are you using?
How about which one? No, she's talking about take her out tribal style. I'm sorry, my coworker. No, I heard one guy call in one day, and he was talking about, oh, yeah, I met this chick. Yeah, she saw my car, you know, got busy, and then that was it. Basically, that's how it's been going down. You know, none of these guys are about anything but the sex. Hey, that's what I want, too. So I get it, and I bounce.
Look at you. Well, thank you, Tracy.
Thanks.
Appreciate the call. 1-800-5800-TOM. Tyler on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, how you doing, Tom?
I'm okay.
Listener.
Thank you.
Hey, by the way, you hit the nail right in the head, pal, when you said that women like a fixer-upper.
Yeah.
Because I went through high school being the nice guy. You could not believe the dogs I was getting. It was like me in a wig. And then, once I get to college, God bless it, I turned over a new leaf, got me a motorcycle, put on a little muscle, bada bing, here we go. I'm getting poon left and right.
Oh, I love that.
Hey, I'm just telling it like it is, Tom. You hit the nail right in the head. And I've been saying this for years. I said women like to be treated like trash, and that's true.
That's exactly right.
Yes.
So give them what they want.
Absolutely, yes. Back seat, baby.
Thank you, Tyler.
Thanks, Tom. Blow me up.
Here you go. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. This is Dan on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
How you doing, Dad?
All right, son. How are you?
I'm awesome. Hey, I just moved down here from Portland, Oregon to lovely sunny California. And
Good
I got
move.
a story to tell you from an ex-girlfriend of mine.
Yes.
Where I was dating her for a couple of years. Actually, it ended up being 7 years. But first half, I was one of those, little pussies that couldn't live without her. I told her how much I loved her all the time.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah, and did all those sweet little things, and, she overlooked most of them, and then eventually started sleeping around on me. And then we stopped seeing each other for a couple of weeks, and then she wanted to go out to lunch, and so I agreed with it, so I went to lunch with her. Then she starts barking these orders at me, telling me, well, if you want to get back together with me, you can't be doing this, you can't be doing that. And I told her, I said, hey, I didn't come here to get back together with you, darling. I just came back here to say hello because you wanted to have lunch. And I said, I don't care if we get back together or if I see you again, And she's like, are you serious? I said, I'm totally serious. She's like, okay. So like the very next day she calls me up. She goes, are you busy tonight? And I said, no, actually I'm not. She goes, okay, why don't you come over? And I said, okay. So I come over, and then as soon as I open the door, she's standing there naked. She goes, I want you to, ask me really hard, And so I said, okay, no problem, and why not?
Right.
She was a great lay, I can't turn that down, So once I did that, I didn't call her, didn't do anything, man. She just kept calling me, wanted to hook up, and I told her, hey, I'm kind of busy, I don't have the time, And then the more she called, the more she wanted it, and then eventually we started seeing each other a little bit more, and then I'd be going out shooting pool with the boys, and then she'd be all having candlelit dinners for me when I got home, and then eventually she started complaining about how I wasn't romantic enough, And I'm just like, well, I wasn't romantic really, all that romantic when you met me to begin with, and then all of a sudden it's now I couldn't go out with the boys anymore, even though our relationship at that one point in time was I could do whatever I wanted. Now all of a sudden, I had to do what she demanded of me to do, and I wasn't doing it, and the more I didn't do it, the more she wanted me to do it. So the moral of the story was, you're absolutely right, Tom. When you treat them like crap, they'll do anything you tell them to do.
They can't get enough. Vianney on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hi, Tom.
Hi.
I love you.
Thank you.
First of all, I want to know what's wrong with liking a fat guy. Every woman, whether they're in denial or not, likes a good guy with a twist of fat.
I think that's true. That's what I'm saying. I'm a complete jerk, so I'm thrilled that there are women like you out there.
I didn't say a complete jerk, Tom. I said a good guy with a twist of fat. No woman wants a man that does every little thing she tells him to do. For that, we get a dog.
Right. But women are constantly testing us to see if they can get us to do every little thing. And then when we do, they have no respect for us.
Well, you know what? You guys do the same thing. And then when we do, you guys have no respect for us. So it's kind of like, you know, a little game we play. But I think a lot of women that actually go out there to search for the fixer-uppers feel the need to be either a mother or just very possessive. Like they feel that they need to be needed. Because if you're going to go out there to try to fix a guy who's already in problem, like, you need to be needed. If you're a real woman, you don't need a man to need you. You want a man to want you.
Yep, I think you're right about that. Nicole on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey.
Hey.
How are you?
Great.
Okay, this is the thing. I have that, what do you call it, power vagina? And I had a fixer-upper, and we are married now with 2 kids. And honestly,
which branch of the military is he in?
He's not in the military, honey.
Why did you get married so young?
No, he's 33.
He's 33.
Yeah.
Why did you get married so young?
Because that's what I want. I agree with you with the stereotype, there's a woman's place and there's a man's place. And what I've always wanted is the woman that is at home taking care of the children. But I got added on because I also work full-time. And I take care of the children, and I take care of my husband, and I make sure there's a meal on the table every night when he gets home.
How do you take care of children if you're not there?
What do you mean?
You're at work full-time?
No, okay, I work 9 to 5, but
Where are your kids?
My 9-month-old goes to work with me, and my 3-year-old's in daycare.
So you're not taking care of kids all day long. You're taking care of a kid. The other kid is not being cared for. Not by you.
But he's in a child care facility. He needs interaction with other children.
No. That's how you have rationalized it, so you feel good about having children so young and working all the time.
Oh. Well, I think it's good for my child to be in child care.
Well, you have to believe that in order to feel good about being at the office.
Okay. But it's my business.
No, actually, it's everybody's business, because when you do that...
I mean, it's my business. The office is mine.
Oh, it's yours?
Yeah.
I mean, you should have both your kids with you.
But my 3-year-old's too rowdy, and plus he needs interaction with other children. He can't just be around his little brother all the time.
Why not?
Because then he wouldn't develop as well as he's developing right now.
Well.
Like, in a month, he goes to a private school.
Uh-huh.
And I think it's better that way. And I take care of my children. My husband is dinner on the table every night. Bath drawn.
That's good.
And I take care of all that. But at first, he was an a-hole. But this power vagina, as you call it, is that what you call it, power vagina?
No, the power of the vagina is what
Okay, the power of this vagina whipped him into shape.
Really?
Now, I like a bad guy. Not a bad guy, but I like an a-hole because a man needs to be a man. And I can't have no bitch, sorry, excuse my French, because I'm the female.
That's right, yeah. You'll be the bitch. Our email address, tom@blowmeuptom.com.
The Tom Leykis Show.